Usama Dakdok was born and raised in Egypt. He speaks Arabic fluently. He has translated the Quran from Arabic into perfect English word for word with his team. It took him over 4 years to do that. You can order a copy of the Quran that he has translated word for word at thestraightway.org, thestraightway.org. He was never a Muslim. His daddy planted Baptist churches all over Egypt, but he was indoctrinated, if you will, taught Islam in the Egyptian schools. So he knows it backwards and forwards.
And they're dialoguing. James White and Yasser Qadeh, or Qadeh. How do you say his name, Usama?
Well, it is not Arab name. It is a Pakistani name. So obviously you can say it however you want. Qadeh, Yadeh, whatever you want to say.
Oh, Qadeh. Okay.
I have no idea what the meaning. I don't even know the name, the meaning of his name, because it's not an Arabic name.
It's been pointed out it means judge, that it exists in the Arabic language, and so it certainly makes you wonder. I'm sorry, but how can you have not listened enough to even know how to say the man's name? I'm sorry, but talk about face-plantingly bad. Ugh.
Usama Dakdok was born and raised in Egypt. He speaks Arabic fluently. He has translated the Quran from Arabic into perfect English word for word.
Or Qadeh. How do you say his name, Usama?
Now let's choose me the next verse. What do we have here? We actually have a video, a soundbite by Mr. Yusuf himself. I wish you to hear it. I'm sorry I don't have the video to see his picture, but at least you can hear his voice. Here is what Mr. Yusuf said about the next part for study.
47 verse 4, it says, when you meet in battle. And you know Arabic, Jay, the word for battle in the Quran is harb. Those who reject faith in battle. Then it says in that context, smite at their necks. But it doesn't stop there. It says, once the hostilities are over, when you have overcome them, there are two conditions. You either take them as prisoners, and afterwards you set them free, you cannot keep them, or for ransom till the war lays down its burden.
Well, that's how Mr. Yusuf represents Quran 47 verse 4. And he will emphasize that he knows what he's talking about. I'm sorry, Mr. Yusuf, you are so ignorant of the Arabic language. You don't even know your own Quran, my friend. The word in battle does not exist in the Quran, my dear friend. You're just reading some dumb English translation given to you by some deceiver like you, who led you to believe in that is what is written in the Quran. But here is what is written in the Quran. Watch with me, guys, on the screen, please. Hear what we have here. On the screen, if you don't mind. Watch with me on the screen. What do we have on my screen here? The following. So when you meet those who became infidels, so strike the necks, that is decapitation, until you have made a great slaughter amongst them. In Arabic, فَإِذْ لَقَيْتُمُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. There is no in battle. That word in battle, some scholars put it between parentheses, but your copy, Mr. Yusuf, it is not in parentheses because they're lying to you. Or you are one of the best deceiver ever came to this world as Muslim. Because the word in battle does not exist in the Arabic text. You lie to, or you're lying to the people in the West because you do not know what you're talking about.
There are passages of war in the Quran, Usama, but you need to basically look at the context. For example, I know I'm just skipping and jumping through the presentation. You said that I misquoted Surah 47 verse 4. There is no word of harb. I don't know Arabic. Yes, I don't know Arabic, but I need to ask, do you know Arabic as an Arab scholar? This is what it says. حَتَّى تَدَعَ الْحَرْبُ أَوْ زَارُحَ ذَلِكَ. What does that mean? What does that mean in Surah 47 verse 4? Till the war lays down its burdens. Now, in the context of Surah 47 verse 4, what I mean is when you meet the unbelievers in fight, is it just meeting them on the street, meeting them in the Shabin, meeting them on the beachfront? It's in the context of warfare, because why would the Quran say, it uses the word harb. So can you see the lies by Usama where he says there's no harb in the verse? This is a man who goes on air and says that every Muslim is a demon. This is a man who says that Barack Obama is a Muslim. This is a man that says that every Muslim is demon possessed. What do you expect from some particular individual that will come with this particular type of lie? So harb is in fact in the verse. I don't know why you try to twist it. I may not know Arabic as well as you conversationally, but I'm now beginning to wonder, is your Arabic as bad as your English? I need to understand. I mean, are you confused, Usama? You claim to have translated the Quran. You claim to have translated it. What part do you not understand? But you should know the Quran. You claim to have translated the Quran, and yet you have not provided a single refutation to any of the passages that I mentioned. Surah 47 verse 4. You remember you started off the discussion by saying that I don't know Arabic, and quite clearly I don't know Arabic, but you know Arabic. And yet you said that in that verse there's no mention of harb. You remember that? You said that when it says when you meet the unbelievers, you are just simply to kill them. And I said, in what context are you to kill them? Is this just a meeting them on the street, on the beachfront, in a shebeen? What context is it? And you said there's no verse on warfare, but I gave you the passage. It says, حَتَّى تَدَعَ الْحَرْبُ أَوْزَارَهَا ذَلِكَ. That if the war lays down in burden, so smiting them or meeting the unbelievers is certainly in the context of warfare. Now all you need to do, Usama, is read the entire verse. Finish it.
1 minute left.
That's the point. Don't just simply quote, fight the unbelievers, slay the unbelievers. If I were to say, as I pointed out, kill Usama Dakdok, it would make me seem like a killer. But if I were to say, kill Usama Dakdok if he attempts to rape your mother and your children, then can you see what the context is? So when the Quran says fight the unbelievers, that's atomizing the text. But when it says fight those who fight against you, that provides a context. Now, what part of that don't you understand? Are you doing this deliberately out of mischief, out of ignorance? You pointed out, and I just showed you quite clearly, the word harb appears in Surah 47 verse 4. Why do you not mention that?
I was listening to a debate last evening between Yusuf Ismail and Usama Dakdok from like 2 months ago. Really recent.
Usama Dakdok was born and raised in Egypt. He speaks Arabic fluently. He has translated the Quran from Arabic into perfect English word for word with his team. It took him over 4 years to do that.
But I'm now beginning to wonder, is your Arabic as bad as your English?